Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We are from Group 3. The members are Madina Zahra, Eka Yunita, and the last, Dwi Maulidia Hapsari. So now, we will explain about the dominant American culture patterns. So American nation of freedom focuses on the individual, and individualism has strong philosophical roots in America. Here, each individual is seen as the completely and marvelously unique, that is, the totally different from all other individuals, and therefore particularly precious and wonderful. So, Americans think they are more individualist in their thoughts and action than, in fact, they are. So, they resist being thought of as the representative of a homogeneous group. Whatever the group, they may and do join the group. In fact, many groups, but somehow believe they are just a little different, just a little unique, just a little special from other members of the same group. And they tend to leave the groups as easily as they enter them. Thomas Jefferson believed that a free individual's identity should be head-scared, and not his or her dignity and integrity should not be violated. The individualism understood not only as a self-reliance but also as economic self-sufficiency has been a central theme in American history. Frontiers heroes who brave and the wilderness alone, farmers whose success depended on their ability to comfort the hardship of the land, and the resourcefulness and the celebration of the small businessman who became a financial success on his own. Individual proprietorship in the business is still accepted as the ideal. And the second is the value American life by equality. So equality is for American one of their most cherished value. This concept is so important for Americans that they have even given it a religious basis. So Americans differ in opinion about how to make this ideal into a reality. Yet virtual only agree that the equality is an important civic and social goal. The equality concept often makes Americans seem strange to foreign visitors. 7/8 of the world feel quite differently. To make rank and status and authority are seen as much more desirable consideration, even if they personally happen to and themselves near the bottom of the social order. Okay, thank you. And the next slide will be presented by Eka Yunita. So Eka, times is yours.
The material is values American life by individualism. Americans would like to think that their material objects are just the natural benefits, which always result from hard work and serious intent, a reward, a thing which all people could enjoy were they as industrious and hardworking as American. But by any standard, Americans are materialistic. This means that they value and collect more materials objects than most people would ever dream of owning. It also means they give higher priority to obtaining, maintaining, and protecting their material object than they do in the developing and enjoying interpersonal relationships. Okay, next slide. The modern American typically owns the first, one or more color television sets. The second, a tape recorder and record player. Number 3, a clothes washer and dryer. Number 4, a powered lawn mower for cutting grass. And last, one or more automobiles. Okay, next, the values American life by science and technology. The United States Constitution itself reflects the desire to encourage scientific creativity. It gives the United States Congress the power to promote the progress of science and useful arts. American civilization is based upon science and technology. That civilization includes great cities, which needs for their very existence mechanical transportation, steel rails and girders, electric elevators, and refrigeration system to preserve foods, careful control of sanitation, and means of preventing the spread of communicable disease.
Okay, so the last presentation, it will be presented by me, Dwi Mauliapsari. Here I will explain about the value American life by progress and change, and the value American life by activity and work. Okay, I will explain. The first is the value American life by progress and change. So the associated with the idea of the freedom is the ideal of progress. The nation progress has been measured by the taming of the frontier and industrial expansion. The desire to progress by making use of opportunities is important to Americans. In this immigrant society, progress is personally measured a family progress over generation. Many Americans can boast that with each succeeding generation since their first ancestors arrive, the family status has improved. The classic American family saga is all about progress. The great-grandparents work hard and suffer poverty and alienation so that they can provide a good education for their children. The second generation is motivated by the same vision of the future and willingness to work hard and make sacrifice, pass these values to their children. The attainment of the vision of one's grandparent is a part of the American dreams. Well, next is the value American life by activity and work. So, American believe leisure activities should be sums are relatively small portion total life. What it means? So, people think that it is sinful to waste one time, to sit around doing nothing or just daydream. Such a nonsense attitude toward life has created many people who have come to be known as a workaholic. So what is workaholic? Workaholic is a people who addicted to their work, who think constantly about their jobs and who are frustrated if they are kept away from them. Even during their evening hours and weekends, the workaholic syndrome is turns cause Americans to identify themselves fully with their professions. The first question one American will ask another American when meeting for the first time is related to his or her work. They usually say like, "What do you do?" or like such, "Where do you work?" or "What company are you with?" And when such a person finally goes on vacation, even the vacation will be carefully planned, very busy and active. America may be one of the few countries in the world where it seems reasonable to speak about the dignity of human labor. It meaning that hard and physical labor in American is even corporation presidents will engage in physical labor from time to time and again, rather than lose respect from others for such action. Well, that's all from my explanation. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.